On the topic of the Muslim sisters, we went over it, just briefly, kind of some of the struggles the Muslim sisters are dealing with today. Um, we know that a lot of Muslim sisters in the Western countries, are struggling with, wearing the hijab, and then also, even falling into, haram relationships and things that end up being, heartbroken and things like that. So could we talk about that a little bit? And right after that, I want to ask you if it's permissible, to get lip fillers or also lash extensions. That was one of the questions we got.
Yeah, so first off, for our sisters, you guys are the true flag bearers of Islam. When you walk around with your niqab and your hijab and your abaya and your gloves and your modest clothing, you are the visual representation. And I gotta say, you're holding it down better than the brothers. May Allah bless you. Stay on it. And if you're not there, get on it. Hijab in Islam is to honor you. When you see a woman dressed in an inappropriate manner, showing off her body and her beauty, men don't look at her and say, "Oh, I want to
It
wife
really
that."
ruins her worth,
It does, right? Nobody looks at that and says, "That's the future mother of my children." Men just want to use her and abuse her and use her for some horrible, filthy things and then leave her. And many of those women that I grew up with that are not Muslim, that I went to school with, ended up in very difficult lives, even though they were super popular in high school, but they ended up alone and with children that different fathers and all that kind of a hardship. You don't want that. You're more valuable than that. You're more honored than that. Your beauty is not for you to throw around with every Tom, Dick, and Harry to look at. It is preserved, like the most precious of gems, the most beautiful of diamonds. They don't just throw them around the street where everybody's handing, hey, check this out, throw it out. Nah, but a fake piece of glass that just looks like a diamond, yeah, they toss it around. Nobody cares who looks at it. But if you want to go look at, the Cartier diamond, you have to go through a safe. It's covered up, it's preserved. Only a few people can even look at it, let alone touch it. That's how valuable a Muslim woman is.